In response to a growing high school population, social guidance films entered the American classroom in the early 1940s. These films were prescriptions for public and private behavior sanctioned by college professors and aligned with high school textbooks. They dealt with subjects such as hygiene, safety, and social conduct.
I guess being clean is just about the most important thing for anybody. Anybody can take a shower or a bath once a day.
It's only natural. Anybody can take a shower. It only takes you a few minutes.
They really showed them. They really showed them in health ed class. Our health ed teacher was this big, imposing woman who had been a Marine drill sergeant.
Make the most of the teacher. Teachers like you if you give them a chance.
While these films seen in high school covered a wide range of topics, Chicago was specifically known for its production of social sexual guidance films. Nowhere else in the nation were more guidance films produced than in Chicago. The majority of local productions came from companies like Cornett and Britannica, who sold their films to schools, libraries, and social groups.
If you're what they call a shy guy, they think you're different. So you head for home. What else? But still you can't forget that you're alone, an outsider.
Hello, Phil. How's everything? How are things going in school? What about the other fellows? What do they do? Trying to figure out why people like them might learn something. Well, see you at dinner.
You're never really alone if you think about it, because you're in your head. Like, there's always going to be thoughts. There's always going to be something that you're going to go through. And
yeah, it would suck to be alone. It's good to have social relationships. I think it's part of human nature to be part of a group.
I haven't got a date. I'd like to. Yeah, I sure would.
Some of the films not only talked about sexuality and not being promiscuous, but they also said things like a girl should learn how to parry lightly. Boys like small talk.
Yeah, and weenie roasts and square dances.
And baseball games and taffy pull. I think they're swell.
Say, you like to do lots of things, don't you?
Some young people were alienated by these films, and there's definitely a difference in opinion on whether these films worked.
I wasn't the total white-bread American. I didn't look like that, but I saw all these films. Everybody was a nice, normal white kid that lived in the suburbs, so that's kind of how I thought I was supposed to be.
if you think about it, these people, all blonde, middle class, white, right? I mean, come on.
Fashion, language, and dating all became part of an emerging school-centered teen culture, and social guidance films reflected adult concerns about delinquent and maladjusted behavior. While production continued into the 1980s and 90s, classroom films as we know them lost their audience by the early 1970s. Society's ever-increasing complexity made it harder and harder to address social issues inside of a 10 to 20-minute film.
If you would just stop thinking of Vicky as a threat to my virginity, you would live a lot longer.
Dave, don't talk to me like that.
More and more, teens turned their attention from the classroom to other sources, such as Hollywood movies, television, and eventually the World Wide Web.